So we're here with
Justine.
Justine, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And we stopped by here because we saw a little sign actually outside with 5G. And that's very interesting to us because we're talking to people about peace and what are different ways to create peace. So would you say this whole subject about 5G is something that we should be aware of in terms of creating peace as well?
I do.
Yeah.
Definitely seems to be having a lot to do with our constitutional rights in America, whether we're being asked what we think about this, and we're not. There's a very sort of covert, undisclosed process going on with the networks of these types of towers that certain telecommunication companies want to put up, and it's a major issue when the people are not asked or the information is not disclosed properly. And as we dig into 5G, we find out that there are other issues, mainly a lot of health issues, radio frequency effects on humans, but also wildlife and nature. But there's the other troubling part of it has to do with surveillance and privacy. And so because we're not really told so much about what these networks and what this technology is really, really going to be used for and what the effects will be, we want to kind of minimalize any threats or any damages as far as changing humans' lifestyles, taking us away from nature, putting us into weird cities with weird sort of building situations, and different types of coding. There are a lot of concerns about 5G and across the board.
Yeah. And what do you guys do in the community? You're in talks with the municipality?
Well, there have been two different situations.
Yeah.
One is that we have been trying to work with the county to see what we can do to appeal the decisions that were made to put 5 of these, what's called a monopine tower, which is basically a 5G telecommunications tower that looks like a tree. And there are a certain number of those that were okayed for Mendocino County without any of the residents' knowledge. And they didn't. The problem is that they didn't tell anybody whose land is nearby, which is even more troubling.
Oh wow, yeah.
So you have families, you have farms, and people that are investing in what they think is a pristine piece of land off the Pacific coast, off of Highway 1,
Yeah.
later to find out that AT&T is moving in slowly. So that's a major concern. We've been trying to work with our county, trying to work with the Coastal Commission of California. Pretty disappointed with both the California Coastal Commission and, honestly, the County of Mendocino in their negligence with the communication of these whole plans and how it's unfolding. But yeah, that's not the only corporation that we're also trying to keep a certain corporation away from our trees. And for me, I find that nature is what brings me peace, and anything that is happening to undermine nature and its animals and its healthy people, we're becoming quite defensive here in Northern California. So
that's great. You guys are being active and you're using your voice and your power as a citizen to say, okay, we're not agreeing with this. And we're coming together and we're making ways to do something about this.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the word out. There are a number of... there's a lawsuit in California that's happening through Aaron Brockovich's law firm, Liz Barris. But the most exciting one is that there is a lawsuit that started this month, I believe initiated on the East Coast of the United States, and it has almost even more promise because they're 2 ex-telecommunication workers and people that were highly involved with these telecommunications companies. The lawsuit, I believe, is called, they're dubbing themselves the Irregulators, and it's just really good news that not even just in the United States, but also in Europe and in other places that people are asking the questions.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So communication is one key to peace, right?
Yes.
That we are all communicating with each other.
Yes.
And the fact that the communication isn't there is creating conflict on many levels, right?
Yes. Transparency, privacy.
Yeah.
The lack of honoring constitutional rights for us, it's a bit of an issue, and creates issues around us finding our peace and living in peace and in sustainability, and in health.
Right, and they're all, when it comes to the subject of 5G, they all are linked, because it does affect health. And it's about communication and privacy and security. So it's an interesting topic when we talk of how to create peace, to bring this up. Yeah.
Just the awareness itself. If we can, as a human race, keep this at bay and protect our rights and protect children, elders, animals, wildlife, water, then we can do anything, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you on that.
Yay.
Cool. Thank you, Justine.
Thank you.